And welcome to Global Insight, where we update you on the latest event around the world. I'm Joy Adesuwa Iramoseli. In the main stories making global headlines, a Mexico church roof collapses, killing at least 9 persons. 5 missing people located after Spanish nightclub fire. At least 38 injured as fire engulfs police facility in Egypt. Global Insight begins today in Egypt, where no fewer than 38 persons were injured on Monday morning as a result of a huge fire that broke out in a police facility in Egypt's northeastern Ismaila city. The ministry noted in a statement that its ambulances provided emergency services to 12 injured people and left the accident site, while 26 cases were transferred to the Ismaila Medical Complex. 7 people were discharged after getting medical treatment, and according to the official Middle East news agency, civil defense forces intervened and extinguished the fire. Elsewhere, North Korea on Monday criticized the UN nuclear watchdog, calling it a paid trumpeter for the US. It accused the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, chief Rafael Grossi of taking the lead in creating the atmosphere of pressurizing Pyongyang. Pyongyang was responding to a resolution adopted on September 29 at the IAEA General Conference that called on North Korea to curb its nuclear programs. The US is part of the AUKUS, a trilateral pact among the US, the UK, and Australia, under which Canberra will get nuclear power submarines. Japan's release of treated wastewater from the crippled Fukushima nuclear power plant has also invited criticism, mainly from China. A church roof collapsed during Sunday Mass in a northern Mexican city, killing at least 9 persons and injuring 40. According to authorities, rescuers worked into the night, desperately looking for another 30 people believed to be trapped under the rubble. Working under floodlights, military personnel supported emergency services using rescue dogs and earth-moving equipment to identify and dig out survivors from the ruins in the church. A city of the Gulf Coast near the port Tampico. Footage on social media showed the moment the church roof caved in, puffs of grey smoke billowing into the air, followed by the trampling of yellow brick outer walls. According to George Coelho, spokesman for the Security Ministry of Tamaulipas State, which borders Texas, 9 people died and another 40 were taken to nearby hospitals, while 30 other worshippers remained unaccounted for. Bishop Jose Armando Alvarez from the Roman Catholic Diocese of Tampico stated that the church roof crumbled as worshippers were receiving communion and asked others to pray for the survivors. In another development, Taiwan prosecutors stated that on Monday they are investigating accusations that people tried to interfere in the island's submarine program and that details about it were leaked in what would be a serious breach of security. Taiwan unveiled its first domestically developed submarine on Thursday, a major step in a project aimed at strengthening the island's defense and deterrence against the Chinese Navy, though it won't enter service for 2 years. Hong Shun-kwang, who is leading the program, told local media last week that lawmakers who he did not name had made it difficult for the program to purchase critical equipment, and that a contractor who had failed to obtain a bid forwarded information to China. Taiwan's Supreme Prosecutor's Office, in a short statement, stated Huang's accusations had attracted great attention given the national security and defense implications. The office also stated that it had instructed prosecutors to investigate the case as soon as possible in order to safeguard national security. It, however, did not give details or names. Taiwan, which China views as its own territory, has made the indigenous submarine program a key part of an ambitious project to modernize its armed forces as Beijing stages almost daily military exercises to assert its sovereignty claims. Elsewhere, President Joe Biden has warned Congress to stop playing games and keep American aid flowing to Ukraine after spending on the war-hit nation was eased from the 11th hour stopgap bill passed by the U.S. Senate. According to him, the U.S. would under no circumstances allow America's support for Ukraine to be interrupted. Congress narrowly escaped a government shutdown by passing a short-term funding package late on Saturday, but only after it dropped additional assistance for Ukraine in its battle against Russia. Biden signed the bill into law moments later, but is urging Congress to negotiate an aid package as soon as possible. Washington is currently at a rare crossroad situation as Republican resistance to aid to Ukraine is gaining momentum after Senator Major Leader Chuck Schumer began a process to potentially consider legislation providing additional aid to Ukraine. House Speaker and Republican leader Kevin McCarthy faced an uphill task in keeping this commitment over the objections of nearly half of his GOP majority. And finally, on Global Insight, 5 persons who were missing in a nightclub fire in the city of Musia have been located. The death toll in the country's worst nightclub fire in 33 years stands at 13, with 24 persons injured. The national government representative in the southeastern region of Musia, Francisco Jimenez, stated that no further bodies had been found and that there was no longer anyone missing. Firefighters and police continue to search the damaged premises for clues as to how the fire started on Sunday in the city of Musia. And that's it on Global Insight today. Many thanks for joining us. I'm Joy Adesowa Irobosere. Keep watching VOP TV.